Good morning, everybody. It's your boy D Mac. Want to start this morning off by saying Happy Father's Day to all of the males that are out here doing dad stuff. You don't have to be the biological father. You none of that. If you're out here taking care of a child and you're doing all of the fatherly things in the life of some young person, salute to you. Period. A lot of people like to try to separate fathers and they try to disparage fathers on this day. I never hear on Mother's Day, uh, Happy Mother's Day to the mothers who are there for their children because we're not going to get into the disparaging part, but I'll just say this. Happy Father's Day to all men who are out there doing dad stuff, period. We're not going to nitpick or nothing like that. We're giving everybody their flowers today. I hate when people do that. Um, so yeah, happy Father's Day to all of the guys out there doing dad stuff. Let's get it. All right, so we talking about the Charlotte Hornets right now, and Charlotte Hornets have always been one of my favorite teams. I am from the Charlotte area. I was raised right on the outskirts of Charlotte. I was there. I helped to pick out the team logo, the colors, and all of that when the Charlotte Hornets became a franchise. So I was there from day one, just to give you a clue on how old I am. And then I was always excited. We had Larry Johnson, we had Alonzo Mourning, we had some Muggsy Bogues, we had some great players to come through Charlotte, and then we went on a little hiatus for a while. The team went to New Orleans, and they were the New Orleans Hornets, and we had the Bobcats here, and well, not here, but in Charlotte, we had the Bobcats for a while, and then we got the Hornets back. And so, in getting the Hornets back, Michael Jordan then became the owner of the Charlotte Hornets. And then we acquired a great player in Lamello Ball, which changed the entire trajectory of the team. Fast forward, now we're trying to build around Lamello Ball, and everybody said that James Borrego had to go. That was a general consensus all the way across the board. Borrego needs to go. A lot of people said that Borrego was the problem. And so now we're looking at the end of the 2022 season, and the news came out that Borrego is gone. And so, with Borrego being gone, they thought that bringing in someone fresh, someone new, someone who has experience in the playoffs and things of that nature, they wanted to bring someone like that in. And so, the reasonable option was Kenny Atkinson. Kenny Atkinson is a coach for the Golden State Warriors. They are very familiar with playoffs and championships, and that's the type of experience and a coach that you would like to have. And so Kenny Atkinson was supposed to have been on his way to Charlotte. And so now you have the news to come out that Kenny Atkinson is not going to be the coach for LaMelo and the Charlotte Hornets. And we're wondering why. Well, let's speculate. This is what this is all about. This is all speculation because none of us really know anything right now, and everybody else who's talking about the story is just speculating as well. So I'm gonna speculate right on with the rest. So here's my speculation. I feel like it's gonna be hard for anybody to work for Michael Jordan. If James Borrego was to do a honest interview, and he would tell you how hard it is to work for Michael Jordan, how hard it is to be under the eye of Michael Jordan, because he's going to have a hand in everything. Jordan's not one of those types of owners who can just sit back and allow his staff to work the same way he was on the court. Jordan's going to micromanage everything. He's going to be all in that coach's business all the time. And that coach is going to be on a short leash that's going to be held by Michael Jordan. Now, how many people can really be comfortable and really maximize their potential with that type of odds against them and in those types of conditions? I don't think Atkinson wanted to be bothered with that. And I don't blame him, man. Nobody wants to be under someone's finger all the time, under someone's watchful eye all the time. No, I got to have room to be me and to build a rapport with my team without you inputting anything. And that's not going to happen in Charlotte with Michael Jordan as the owner because he's a micromanager. And so there's another kind of little thing I want to throw out there concerning Golden State and Charlotte, or Golden State and Lamello Ball, because this is the second time that Golden State did a gotcha to Lamello Ball. If you remember on draft night, Golden State Warriors gave Lamello the call, and Steve Kerr was like, "Hey, look, we're going to choose you as the second pick in the draft." And Lamello was like, "Cool." And then whenever it came out, they chose Wiseman instead of LaMelo. And so I don't know if LaMelo really cared, but that is kind of a snub, and that was disrespectful to him and his family. Uh, and Golden State, that was a sucker move, but who knows what was said and done in the front office to get Wiseman instead of LaMelo. But it was done, and that was one slight against him already. And so now you have a coach who's coming from Golden State Warriors, and he, for all rights and purposes, came there to see what they were talking about and to give it a go. And he got there, and he was like, no. And so maybe he decided to stay in Golden State because he's going to be set up for a head coaching job. Steve Kerr's got a lot of issues physically and stuff like that. You never know. He may be waiting out for the head coaching job. AB the Hero put that speculation out there. That wasn't mine. But that kind of makes sense, AB. I can roll with that too, man, because uh, Steve is getting older. But then too, if you go back to championship night, Clay said he's not going to play for anybody other than Steve, and I feel like Steph feels that way. I feel like Draymond feels that way. Draymond's been there forever, man. Um, and they also have these young guys coming up, so they're looking at a dynasty run. And I don't think Steve Kerr is going to leave when they have the potential to have another run as a dynasty. I just don't see that happening in my mind sight. So there's definitely a lot of meat on this bone to pick at, and we're going to sit back and watch and see what unfolds, because for Atkinson just to go there and put it out like he's made a commitment and they've hashed out some type of deal to get there. What took place when he got there to make him want to reconsider? Nobody wants to speak about that. Maybe there's more going on in Charlotte than we really know. Charlotte was already the personnel and front office and all of that was already a mess. The thing that LaMelo Ball did was to give them leverage. He gave them leverage. He gave them uh, power in a sense, because he brought a whole lot of notoriety to the franchise. He put a lot of butts in the seats. That's the main thing. He sells a lot of tickets, which gives them room to do things. Now they've got a little room to move around. They got breathing room to be able to get things in order. And so Charlotte is in this building stage, and it's hard to come in as a last minute coach on a team who's in its rebuilding stage. Be the Nobody wants to be that scapegoat for that terrible season that you have to endure when you're rebuilding. Nobody wants to be the scapegoat for that. And so Charlotte is going through their things right now. They have a lot of great players. They have a lot of great potential, just as much as any other team, to make it to the playoffs and further. You have Oubre, who's definitely shown a lot of promise. You have man, we can go through the entire roster. We can go through the G League roster. Not to mention, you still have Jello, who's in G League. You still have Jello, who's working out. You still have Jello, who's getting his stroke right, getting himself ready for a possible call up to the NBA. So let's not forget about Jello being out there on that Hornets team. You still have some guys that's on that G League roster that can come in at any time. And once it click to them and once they get it, then it's going to be over. And the Charlotte Hornets are going to be a team to contend with. They already have become a team to contend with, but it's going to be even more so once things start clicking. Um, we live in an age where everybody wants to see results immediately. Nobody wants to take the time to build up something and to go through the proper process to create something great. That's not a night overnight thing. It's something that it takes time to work at. That Chicago Bulls team wasn't great just instantly and everything just came together. No, Jordan had to take a pay cut in order to get certain players to that team because he understood the assignment. They wanted championships, not one, but numerous championships. And in order to do that, there was going to have to be some sacrifices. There was going to have to be some compromises. And that's what they did. And over time, they created a dynasty. This is what Charlotte has to understand. This is what the fans, this is what all of the sports journalists have to understand is that building something great takes time. You're never going to build something great if you're rushing through it and not taking your time to make sure that everything is in place, everything is connected, everything is in order. If you're not doing that and you're just trying to rush and put pieces together that you think are going to make a playoff run, then you're going to put yourself right back in a poor position. And you're always going to be on a playoff run. You're never going to be in the playoffs. So, I hope Atkinson definitely finds his spot, whether it be back at home in Golden State or wherever else. And whatever took place to make him decide to decline the offer in Charlotte, then I guess he felt that was what's best for him. And whatever's best for him is best for the team because you don't want a coach that does not want to be there. But I feel like a lot of coaches are not going to want to be in Charlotte because of Michael Jordan. Everybody's saying, "Oh, Lamello don't want this coach," and that it has nothing to do with Lamello. Lamello don't even have power like that yet. Y'all giving him way too much credit. The young man, yeah, he's definitely the face of the team, possibly the new face of the league, but he's not there yet. He's still developing and he's still transitioning into the NBA type environment. So it's not LaMelo Ball. It's Michael Jordan. I'm telling you, it is Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is going to be a problem for any coach who comes in and wants to implement his ideas and implement his system in Charlotte. It's not going to happen. Michael Jordan is going to micromanage every coach, every GM. It's just how it is. And if you haven't accepted that about Michael Jordan, then you really fell hook, line, and sinker into that documentary. So that's all I really had to say, man. Once again, happy Father's Day. Y'all go have a beautiful day with your family. Enjoy this day. And y'all know what I say, man. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out.